Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Very, very, very hot morning. New week. Big bus. Big weather. What we're going to see more than anything else, I think, is bottle-holding, red-faced, sweaty tourists. Of which, did I not live here in London, I would be one of myself. Yes, a sweaty tourist. However, this is only the start. A little bit of a mini, almost North African level heat wave. I mean, 39 degrees in Marrakesh this week. 30 degrees here in London this week. It's going to be hotter in London by the weekend than in many parts of Spain. Would you believe it? I think actually today, even today, is hotter than Valencia. Oh yeah. Oh, she's taking my picture. I don't even know her, for goodness sake. Now, something, I can't begin to tell you what. Oh my goodness me, there's been a crash. Now, we didn't catch it on camera, but what the flipping hell is that? Hold on, everyone. What the hell? No way. Hold on, a bus has decided to park itself on Parliament Square. Like, what? That would have been a seriously major security alert the second that that crash happened. Oh my goodness me, no wonder there's flipping massive amounts of police and vans all the way along here. What on earth? Like, how is that even possible? Look at what we've got here, guys, look. The bus is absolutely wrecked. We need to find the driver and tell him that he can't park it there. Did you see it when it happened? No?
No, just come here this minute.
No, but I'm reasonably certain that you're not allowed to park a bus there, am I right?
That's right. The way the park is probably Irish.
I'm just looking for the driver actually to go and tell him that he can't park it there and see the expression on his face.
Yeah, I'd stand well back here.
They've even ripped up the paving stones. Look at this, where it's mounted.
Smashed.
That's extraordinary.
What it was, isn't it?
Yeah, massively so. My guess, drugs. So yeah, cheeky chappy there. He said the bus driver's got to be Irish. I mean, that's not really a very fair comment. I mean, to be honest, the chance of finding an Irish bus driver are pretty much zero. Anyway, yours is spotted away to get closer. Oh yeah. I mean, we don't really need to, but it doesn't hurt. I mean, what a sight that is though, eh, folks? Look. I mean, how? I just don't understand how it's even possible. He's the driver that is, completely lost control of the situation, obviously. And what a mess, eh? An extraordinarily glorious mess. Okay, I'm going to run across myself now. Oh my goodness me, hold on. It's me running into the police cordon. Wait. Ah! All of these people here as well. It'll be very interesting to find out how long ago it happened. But this is the aftermath. Everybody, I'm laughing because, I mean, hopefully no one was injured. I didn't see any ambulances, etc., etc. So I think everyone's fine. But it's an utterly extraordinary sight to see. That is how close the bus was to the gates. I'm pretty sure that bus would have had the gates flying off had it smashed through there. I can't see, annoyingly actually, anyone close enough to ask about exactly what happened or why they think it happened. This Conway is a road contractor. They kind of fix the road after the mess. So let's have a look at what happened. He smashed the lights. There's one of the traffic lights. Just decided to fly away. Looks like a jellyfish, no? Look, with its tentacles across the place. Obviously we've got a lot of police, just kind of bemused almost, I think, by what an absolute sight this is. And just beyond, we've got the TfL incident response vehicle. I mean, how close was the bus, though, to hitting the traffic poles? 1 second. I don't think, actually, the police are going to take too kindly to me asking if the driver knows he can park there or not. incredible. I mean, really, truly extraordinary. That's the third crash we've got on this channel, folks. Like, what? I'm starting to think that my time might be slowly drawing to an end. I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, if it is, it is. I'm not going to cry about it. Look at this. I'm not entirely certain which countries have unfortunately had their flags used to clean the roof of the bus, but it's not a very nice thing to see, is it? And as if that were not bad enough, this is the top of the, the traffic light unit. Actually, maybe if that's solid gold, folks, do you think nobody's watching? Do you think I should take it, or we could melt it down and maybe like share the profits if we don't tell anyone else about it? Utterly extraordinary. No wonder so many tourists are watching what's going on. Yeah, he completely destroyed the traffic light. Is absolutely wrecked. Look at it. Like the main thing at the top has gone. The what do you call it? I don't know how to refer to that thing. The I don't know, whatever the gold thing on the ground. That's what we'll call it. That has also. Wait, this lady's walking inside the. These ladies are inside the police cordon. I think they've accidentally wandered over. Look, officers like, do you not see the police tape? Extraordinary. Officer, just a quick question. Sorry to interrupt. How long roughly ago did it happen? Roughly. Oh, they're being super. They're not in a good mood this morning. To be honest, guys, it's so flipping hot. You can tell by the yeah, what do you want, sir, kind of thing. Yeah, they're not happy bunnies, the police, this morning. And to be fair, being out and about in these temperatures, they've got the vehicle ready over there. That CNS Motors. Notice it's got a TFL sign on the cab. That, once they finish that little incident investigation to determine who was in the wrong. Just because the bus crashed, it doesn't mean the driver was at fault. It could well have been the fact that somebody cut in front of him. He swerved to avoid a cyclist. One of these crazies on the electric bikes, for example. But different world. You're not the driver, are you, by any chance? No. Good. Cheeky look on his face. I actually was pretty sure then from the body language that guy was the driver. Maybe he is, but he doesn't want to admit it. I mean, fortunately, it hasn't completely destroyed the movement of traffic this morning. But looking at how quickly they got this here, and the amount of taping off in the area, plus the fact there were no ambulances, and the police seem a little bit antsy, but pretty chill on the whole, I would guess this happened about an hour ago, give or take. But that is one of the most extraordinary sights I've ever seen in Central. Oh, hold on a second. Was the driver dressed as a police officer? And that's why it went wrong. Look. Maybe it was a police officer moonlighting as the bus driver. Wasn't quite aware of how large the vehicle... Oh, actually, hold on. There's the driver upstairs. There he is. Little scoundrel. I want him to come down and answer questions. Wow. I'm just trying to think, actually, guys, the best way for us to get out of here now, because there's quite a bit of area taped off. We're going to be spot on for horse guards, by the way. It's 12:45 at the moment. Yeah, let's go the long way around. Well, I mean, it's not really a long way around. It's the only smart way around, to be quite honest, guys. Plus, they've left me a little gap here, the VIP gap, we'll call it. Oh. Oh. He's having a go at the cyclist, I think, for not wearing a helmet. The taxi driver's having a laugh. They're arguing about the fact that the police officer didn't tell him, he just merely suggested that for his own safety, it might be smart to wear head kit. And to be fair, folks, if we look at the electric bike, it would make perfect sense, wouldn't it, really, to be honest? They're not in a good mood today because of the bus driver.
Wait, am I in the way? Like, if you think about it, no one's using this lane.
To be honest, they should have put a bigger cordon here because...
No one can drive into this lane because of that. Yeah. So he's literally just...
But I mean, I think they're a bit cheesed off because...
I mean, look at that, yeah.
Yeah, would you want to deal with this on a boiling hot morning?
I like your camera.
I tell you, I'm trying to interview the driver to ask him if he knows that this is a no parking zone, but I can't find him. It's like, where is the guy?
My friend runs a channel called It's Kicking Off, Paul Brown. Do you know him?
Wait, I've heard of this. One second, I might even follow him. Wait,
This is my mate Paul, and I've just sent this to him now because he probably published up it on his story.
that's mine.
Oh, London City Walks. Oh, I think I've seen this
You've
before.
seen this before? No, come on, you're flattering me. I'm going to go all
London
red
City
like a little
Walks.
tomato.
Oh, do you like butchery?
Do I like butchery?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on what type of butchery, I
Well,
guess.
I am a butcher. This
Okay.
is my page, Les the Butcher.
Wait, let me take a picture of it so I don't
I'm
forget.
going to follow you as well.
Les the Butcher.
Yeah, I'm just about to open up a shop on the King's Road.
I'm assuming this is like of animals, yeah? Not of...
I was in Selfridges for the last 5 years.
Ah.
So just doing like high-end butchery.
Okay.
Yeah, for like high-end people.
Smashing it, eh?
Yeah. Hey man, keep
Have
up
a
the
good one, yeah?
You have a
You
lovely
take it
day.
easy.
Cheers.
See you. Nice guy, folks. I'm not even said thanks to the officer after this. I'm getting a lot of eyeballs now because I'm really close to the bus, but at the end of the day, there's got to be one friendly officer who will talk to me. One second, let's find out. Guys, can I ask what happened, like roughly? Was it just driver error or a bus crash? No, come on, that's not true.
I actually don't know. It sounds like
Yeah, I mean that's a
medical. It might be an medical.
That's a pretty serious spot, though. I mean, opposite the gates of Parliament, isn't it? To have a little bit of a crash.
I said I got here after all that.
How long ago, roughly? A couple of hours ago. Really, 10 hours? So not what? Hour and a half? Well, actually, almost 2 hours ago. Extraordinary. Wow. Yeah. I mean, looks like no one was hurt. I think that's the main thing, really, when these things happen. Imagine having a picnic though on Parliament. It's
To
a
be
bus.
honest, you're lucky no one was badly hurt.
Big time. Yep.
There is a goal if you know what I mean.
Plus, to be honest, it could have easily destroyed the entire King's birthday.
Could have gone flying on sky anyway.
Yeah, very close. Anyway, thanks a lot, yeah. Cheers. I love the contractor. He said, a bus crashed, mate. Classic. Right, I'm going to walk very carefully along the tape. We've been here quite long enough, I think. So yeah, hour and a half ago. That kind of explains why it was fixed so quick. I'm going to be very careful here, guys, because I'd rather not be the cause of bus crash number 2. Oh, please, careful in the road. Hello, I'm walking inside your own flipping tape, guys. But I appreciate the concern, officers. Thank you very much. Okay. And as if that were not crazy enough, folks, this bro here slept right through it. Look. He's got his beer. Actually, is that beer or a cup of urine? I'm not really sure. But either way, he slept right through it. And that is impressive. I mean, I'm a heavy sleeper, but if a massive bus is smashed up in front of me, I think in all likelihood I'd probably wake up. Right, so we met Les the Butcher. We didn't sadly meet the bus driver, folks. And I'm not sure we're going to now at this point. He's probably busy chatting with the insurance company. Oh, I think this driver heard London City Walks was about and decided graciously to stop. Thank you, my good man. Ah! This one's not going to stop. Thing is, it's caused kind of traffic chaos in the immediate vicinity. Oh, these guys stopped for me, folks, because they realise if they run me over, it's all going to be on camera. Yeah, look at this. Absolute flipping mess here, traffic-wise, after that. Yikes. But luckily, somebody thoughtfully parked this working van here, so we can just sort of trot along and avoid the tourist crush. Beautiful! Yeah, I bet initially when that happened, I bet the police are out in that flipping massive numbers, possibly suspecting a nefarious motive, because that is a very... Other than the gates of Downing Street, or possibly Buckingham Palace, both of which have happened in the past year, by the way, that is a super security hotspot. So I can imagine when somebody spotted a bus veering out of control. Oh, what's this? Why has somebody laid some ties? William Turner. That's the brand, not the owner of said ties. Curious. This bro. Oh, I just thought somebody's left their kit there, but no, it's this bro at the phone box. Look, he's well positioned his stuff there actually to get the selfie. I'm in the shade, guys. Can we just do the whole video from here? If I let you zoom in. actual shade until we get to Horse Guards and it's back in sweaty 30 plus. I'd be very surprised if between now and Saturday morning the horse is not removed, and indeed the troopers, simply because it will be too hot. Watering 100, look, I'm tourists holding holding their jackets. It is a scorcher, and my goodness me, we're not even at noon yet. By 1 it's going to be definitely over 30 degrees. Okay, so she's like, I want to get to the Kingsguard for the changeover. Is the other way? Oh, it's the other way. They're not listening to me. Look. Okay, well that's not my problem. I tried to help them. In fact, they're supposed to be going that way. For goodness, the way we're going. All right, next stop is Downing Street. But some of you said our glorious leader is in Canada. Now, if Mark Carney was really a friend to the UK, he would forbid our Prime Minister from leaving Canada and hold him there for all of us, the benefit of the greater British public. We'd even accept a Canadian replacement as interim leader. Okay, here is fantastically empty. Look at this. Lovely. C'est super. Blues are back today. I'm expecting some new faces, folks. Now, bear in mind, everyone that we did see in the past week at Horse Guards on duty at King's was not, let me just emphasise, not participating in any way in the King's birthday parade. It's a completely separate thing. So the troopers that are sent over to King's are not traditionally part of the parade. They're kind of on other duties, as it were. You know, they are the King's lifeguard. They can't be in two places at once. So, yeah, we might. I mean, there's a very small chance of spotting one of those A horses as well. So if I see a horse that looks particularly interesting, or like, oh my gosh, we never saw that one before, I'll do my best to take a picture, because as mentioned, I have got the new set of hoof numbers. It'll take some time, but we'll get there. I'll build up another list for the new year. I mean, this year, which is the new year intake. Oh, I had no idea Santa Claus was out and about so early. Flipping out. He's months ahead of time. This is his group. God, how many people has he got in his group? 30, 40? Damn, that's a lot of people, bro. Oh my goodness me, what the flip? It's packed. It is P4 packed. Big time. Look at this, I didn't know Harrods had opened a second branch here at Horse Guards. All this upmarket products offering. Fantastic. It's looking not terribly bad here. I mean, that said, I'm not kind of in the crowd yet. 1 second. Now, bear in mind that whichever troopers we have here now will shortly be gone. They've only just come on. To be precise, about 20 minutes ago, and I'm sure they are flipping delighted. However, they'll also get the hottest shift of the day if they immediately rotate. If they're doing a 4-2-2 rotation, these two will be back out for 1 o'clock. That's Sweatville. But fundamentally, there's no way of knowing. Now, two very well-known faces who we saw here a lot last week. This trooper at this end, no issues with shouting. Trooper to our left, who I'll probably realistically decide to stay at this end, although I might go into the odd for this mount. He is the number one on the leaderboard of troopers who have featured in the blah 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 times the guard ran out of patience videos. Yeah, he is number one on the leaderboard, folks. There's almost no chance that anyone's actually going to catch up to him, in all honesty. Horse is like, well, I know, but he wasn't minding me in those videos, so what about me? To be fair, everybody, This beautiful horse, hold on a minute, hold on, has got very clean and a beautifully stamped hoof. One second, let me just quickly look at those new numbers before I get all excited about nothing. Oh no, it's close, but no dice. Yeah. I did think for a second, they're staying way back today, look, the tourists. I did think for a second, looking at the hoof number, as one of the numbers is 50% of a new A number. But no dice, guys. Not quite. But we've got plenty of time. I mean, it's only a matter of time until we get one or two of the new faces. Yeah. Probably sweating this one, actually. Very tempted to go into the yard for this mount. It's a tough one, folks. The thing is, if I do, I'm going to be stuck with a massive deluge of people trying to exit after the dismount, which is not smart in all honesty. So I think we'll try and weasel our way in at the front here. Somehow, somewhere, someplace. Now, bearing in mind, after what we had on Saturday and yesterday, in fact, guys, between the two parts yesterday, part 1, part 2, part 2 still forthcoming, I counted a total of 14. Here we are. Didn't take long, did it? 14 troopers back in the compilation video. He's like moving up the leaderboard constantly. The second he slips down, there's a new shout, he moves back up again. 14, yeah, I counted during yesterday's two parts. And part 2 wasn't even a full part. So 14 was mightily impressive, my dears. Okay, she can't decide if she wants to get shouted at or not. See the difference actually between the oops.
I missed this one. Before I got there, I missed that one.
Wait, so something happened at that end as well? I mean, the thing is, these two are like probably the two most on it in the whole of the blues. So they're showing them out for that long. In all honesty, guys, they probably won't, if I had to bet, be out until 2 o'clock, if at all. I mean, depends. Could well be a long ride as well. Anyway, here comes the chief. Yes, folks, I know that you all like and admire this new chief because he is very public-facing. Here we go. Oh, can you move behind the bollards, please, while we change them? Oh, does that mean new bollards or new horses? Or both? It kind of, linguistically, sounds like he's talking about new bollards. US toys, I can tell by the... Oh, sorry. Yes, oh, sorry. Sounds a bit like Surrey, the area south of South London, folks. When folks from the US say sorry, it sounds like sorry. Sorry. Okay, some very familiar faces among our MOD guys as well today. Actually, 3 of the 4 are old-timers, which also has got to be a positive. Now, I'm hoping that Miranda and Jeffrey over there on the left are not going to get shouted at. Oh, 2 familiar faces coming out now to replace these 2 as well. Hardly any tourists at the front today, guys. It's deserted. Look, no one here. Just myself and my sweaty face. And the bus driver. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that guy was struggling to get up from the ground, but the officer gave him a helping hand. I'm not seeing one more either, folks. Sorry about that. It's going to be a tough choice with this changeover as well, because both of these troopers are solid with the enforcement, but in a more subtle way. Okay, so they're off. One and 2. This gent's also been in the compilation several times. Come back to him in a second after the dismount. They've still got the little VIP viewing corner in effect at the other end. But they cannot wait to get the cuirasses off. I just feel like you're wearing half a suit of armour, folks, with that much kit. They're not that weighty. I've held one. They're not that weighty, but they are entirely inflexible. There's no give. So once that thing is strapped onto your body, make sure you can breathe, because there's no give in it at all. Right, family shot. They're waiting in the yard for more, but that's it, folks. Show's over. It's done. Oh, actually, the guy that the police officer helped up is a tour guide. I wonder if possibly he might have slipped or fallen and not been able to get up again. And that could have been his problem. Oh, they do it, guys. I was pretty sure they were going to walk straight up and straight in. Oh, people are asking where you've been, you scoundrel. Where have you been?
Around.
Yeah. For a few weeks now. I mean, I didn't see you for at least a fortnight.
I might have been around here a bit later on.
Okay.
12 o'clock or 1.
All alright though?
Oh, yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
And my birthday last week, so noticed me.
How's it feel to be 55?
It would feel lovely.
Yeah, I know.
I had a call chat. I was doing 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
There was a group in there, architects, builders and that,
Okay.
discussing refurbishments. The whole thing. On the rooftops and everywhere. And I wanted to mention all boxes come back in corners. I don't know whether temporary or I couldn't enough detail.
We're talking about over here on the other side, yeah?
All courtyard.
When you say the boxes going back in the corners,
Oh, it was definitely mentioning scaffolding, blocking off those corners.
Okay.
And the horse boxes to be back here, beyond all this.
I wonder if they might even consider, now that the yard is effectively unused, turning the boxes the other way around. And admitting only a few tourists through the tunnel at a time into the yard to take pictures, then they need to leave. That would get rid of everyone, myself included, everyone that's filming, except for authorised army photographers, and it would also control numbers, because something has to give here, doesn't it? Let's be honest, look at this. It's completely out of control with the numbers.
No, I don't know whether it's temporary what they're talking about, because he was talking about all the parapets and all that.
Roofing possibly, or you think like the entire thing?
No, I say, but so the scaffolding would tie in with roofing or brickwork up here. But I definitely mentioned that horse boxes being back in those corners.
But do you know what they mean by back in those corners? Because they've always been in these spots, so back in the corners where? Back in which corners?
Back in two corners where we normally stand, to watch the changing. Is there room to construct some sort of structure in there for horses to stand permanently?
So in other words, if they could remove the horses from the public highway, they've got full control over who can access them and how close they can get.
No, that's what comes to me, whether they're talking temporary or some work going on, or whether there is a permanent plan. So, I mean, after 400 years of history, but everything else changes.
That would be the biggest. Oh, he just got told to move. That would be the biggest change here in more than 200 years.
If it's that, I mean, I may be completely wrong, but that's what they're all.
Wow.
One of the guys definitely said that the boxes would be here in the corner under this step.
Perhaps they're saying that everything they're going to do here work-wise, Royal Helicopter, work-wise can take place whilst the boxes are isolated with scaffolding above.
It could be that, temporary while work's going on. But
when you leave here, which way are you going? That way or this way?
up
That way, massive drama this morning. Bus lost control, ended up on the green opposite Parliament.
I was
Smashed through the
here
traffic
at 11
lights.
o'clock and I did a walk around the circle. When was it?
The officers seem to think it was circa 10 o'clock this morning. It came off the road onto the public highway, just like that close, smashing all the flagpoles down.
I didn't see any sign of that.
Yeah, absolute mess.
I wandered around the corner and came around the back again. Had a quick detour in the park.
I mean, obviously, I was hoping to try. I spoke to a few people trying to get, the driver on camera to tell him that he couldn't leave his bus there, but he'd already been, hospital maybe or removed. But what a sight!
I didn't see any sign of that.
Don't worry, I got it all in the video at the beginning. But I was not expecting that. That's the third crash this year.
Is it?
Crane one over there. It was a taxi driver up in Parliament Square last month, and now this one. So in the amount of time before, I'm the one that's standing right there when the crash happens. End of days for me, guys. End of the channel. But what I could do, I can hand the reins over to you if I get squashed by a bus. How about that? You can carry on my fine work.
I've got many more years in me to be honest.
You know what? Sometimes on a Monday morning when I get up and know what I'm going to be facing here, I have the same thought. I tell you.
No, I have to go this Saturday because last year I was here and got soaked through.
Oh yeah, that was the worst ever.
Yeah.
The one when I got up and left. That was horrible.
So I have to come back this year to see the fly. I gave up on the fly past last year. I normally stay, but I was fucking through.
Yeah, massively so. Not only that, it was quite chilly and breezy last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think a lot of people, including me, left because they were worried about getting ill. No umbrellas allowed.
I checked the weather tweet and I just checked the history yesterday, and it was about 5-6 degrees down last year at this time.
Yeah.
But now it's building up.
No wonder everybody was so happy about this past Saturday and how things went, because it was almost ideal conditions, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Drive, ride, not boiling hot, but warm enough.
But this week's getting warmer, and so I think I'll be staying home a bit more.
People always ask, always recently ask as well, have we seen the old trooper recently?
He's been there. Yeah.
He's been here.
Most days that I've been here, he's been there as well.
Okay.
He was there earlier on.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, this is good. I don't see him as much now because I'm rarely going into the yard.
Couple of his hours down there.
To be honest, this is, even with all the protective kit and SPF 50, this is still just about tolerable, isn't it? It's proper hard.
For you.
You struggle with nothing to block the sun from your head.
I struggle above 20. I reckon above 25, and I start to feel it.
Yeah,
Headaches.
same.
Try. I'm croaky anyway these days. I don't go down there, but especially I get drier in this weather. You can't eat properly and tongue starts getting upset. So,
Wow, same.
Years ago, I was very ill a few years ago, and anything above 21, I was flat on my back. So, a few years back.
Wow.
So I'm pretty well now.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you're out and about. A few people were asking, like, where is he? And where's the old trooper?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Especially as I think so many faces, familiar faces and regulars have been on and off the videos in the past year, and a lot of people are not in the videos anymore. Paul Force Chaplain, other people, they're kind of fewer and fewer regular people. The photographers, Colin's not around that much these days. Charlie's never here.
Not Charlie, no, Colin.
I know Brandon's moved up to RF photography.
But Colin, I think, was here Friday.
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks, but then again, maybe it's me. My hours are a bit different. Trying to get myself in the centre.
It's not so interesting these days.
It's not, unless it's a certain, maybe 7-8 troopers that are very, 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 very much on it. This fellow is one of them. He's super on it.
Without the full security, not so much going on.
I don't like it. I prefer it was like it was before, but we have to make do with what we've got, I guess. Crazy thoughts. And they're still plenty of those. Trust me.
Oh no, anyway, I'll leave you to this. Enjoy.
Glad to see you, Barry. See you soon, folks. So there we have it. Oh, let me just quickly twist around and get you these. Sorry for the fast spin. There we go.
Right up.
Okay. Got him. He's all right. Good to see that Barry's all right, folks. And also mention that Colin is fine, been out and about. And perhaps most importantly of all, the old trooper is still doing work in the yard, still talking to people, still advising people about what happens here, what this place is, and I guess how they should behave sometimes. Yeah, pretty much. So, fair enough. Now, let's see what's going to happen. Sorry guys, I did get distracted, but I'm always trying to keep the camera focused on the horse or on the tourist or on the gate or something. But it's a real pleasure to see people that have been absent for some time, because we do get a fair old turnover. realised that more when I watched some of the footage from 2023 and early 2024. A lot of people that used to be very regular in the streams, visitors, staff, even some of the troopers used to drop by and talk to us. Things are very different now though, folks. Not in a bad way, but considerably different. However, this place does tend to evolve, and I see that as being a positive thing. Changes are needed here because at some point, hopefully I'll never be here when it happens. At some point, something is going to go wrong with a tourist. I can just tell, just by virtue of numbers. What do I mean by that? I mean somebody's going to make a massive mistake, or somebody's going to end up getting trampled by a horse. And I think, to be honest, that's probably why the army are already looking at ways to mitigate the possibilities of those things going wrong. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is that we typically, at the beginning of the week, have those 2 or 3 large groups. I don't know if we'll get them today. Some tour groups skip when it's this hot, because to be honest, who the hell wants to be marching around central London in 30 degrees? I mean, this bro does here on the left, but most other people don't. So even when you're kind of hyper fit like me, it's still pretty difficult, folks, to be on the move. Just told her. See, as I mentioned before, folks, he's got such a strong voice, and he articulates his words beautifully. So there's never any misunderstanding with his commands. Notice almost every time it just takes him one go. And the tourist scarper out the way. Who's next? Now, ditto with his colleague at the other end. We'll go there in a minute. I can't remember this one actually. Horse with a broken blaze like that. Don't kill me if I got the wrong regiment, guys. The only name that jumps straight into my head, straight off without me even thinking or looking, is Vise. But I don't even remember whether Vise is a blue horse or a lifeguard. So that shows how much my memory is not spot on. The other thing is, a lot of people that would have gone to the palace this morning for the guard change would have realised very quickly, having waited in those crowds, that when the sun hits the area outside the palace, it's a roast pit, an absolute roast pit, fire pit even. And a lot of people, I remember this when I used to film at the palace, they give up and they leave. They're like, you know what, this, too hot. And off they go. This is why we've got groups, can't really see them just about through the railings, sitting on the ground in the yard, purposely to avoid having to stand in the sunshine. We'll have a little look at the other end in a second, folks. The other end. The other huge positive is that it's reasonably quiet and civilised this morning here. Not just with the people that are visiting, but also with the people that are filming. In other words, Spam Army is not here yet. Okay, so troop we all recognise, another one, firm, fair. Doesn't need to shout because he's got a powerful voice. Almost like a dream team, these two actually. Weirdly enough, last week, I think twice, we saw this particular gent in front of us and his colleague at the other end out at the same time. Okay. So just a friendly wanderer? Yep, it is. No one's in trouble. Yet. Actually, given the fact that, as some of you mentioned, the triple gates at Downing Street are because of heightened security fears vis-a-vis, I don't know, Israel, Middle East, etc. That bus incident definitely would have ruffled a few feathers. I hope we'll actually get some, or at least a tourist. I mean, there are plenty here, but again, they're doing this let's not even get close thing. Okay, she recognises that there's a line, she's not going to cross it. The trooper's ready to strike though, folks, you can see it. Here we go. Oh. She had literally like one toe over the line. He still told her though. Top man.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Actually, folks, I've just spotted, just to confirm what Barry was saying, and I can zoom in because he's there's the old trooper doing a bit of shopping in the guard shop. So things are back to normal, pretty much, I would argue, on the whole. He's wondering whether he's got a ticket for the VIP area behind him. He hasn't, so he's having to stand out with the rest of us peasants on the highway without the protection of the barriers.
See you later. Enjoy the rest of the day.
I'm just thinking, actually, if in, say, 10 minutes from now, there's not a massive number of people here, there won't be. I wonder where tourists tend to go when it's boiling. Parks, I guess, no? I mean, heading into central London, built up central London, is a bit like heading into central Paris. In other words, it's completely insane when it's this hot. Haven't yet seen a bobble hat, but I tell you what, somebody will be wearing one. So gent, straight through the box. Come on, my darling tourist, where are you? Here we go, straight in the box. I'm sorry. Yes, you should be sorry, because you're not allowed. Now look, did she say like something linea mi amor? I mean, I'm not her lover, guys. No disrespect to the lady, but sometimes I'm more of a blonde guy. Actually, it varies, to be fair, guys. It really is dependent on the weather. Oh, she's like, oh, there's a horse. I was not expecting that. Oh, hold on. Who's this suspicious-looking undercover football player? That's got to be a Man United player. Come on. You only dress like that if you're on £300,000 a week and you don't want to be recognised. The crazy thing is that neither the troopers, actually, at that end or at this end, are visibly struggling with the heat, making me jealous. Oh, I thought she had some money. There's something in her hand. It looked like it was cash. It's not cash. It's something else. Oh. Oh, look, he's even smiling as he tells her off. What an absolute top man he is. What a gent, eh? I don't think we've seen yet, either with this trooper or with his colleague at the other end, the situation whereby somebody walks straight in and up to the horse. We saw that many times, even yesterday we saw it, but not with these two. Point being, I have no idea how they respond to something that kind of blatant and direct.
Listen, they have tickets for the art and musical. They're going to go horseguard musical thing.
Oh, Tori's talking about having tickets to the horseguards and musical thing. Yes, folks. Beating retreat. I think there are still a few tickets left. Although the seats are probably not the very best. It's still worth it if you've never been. For the music and the fireworks, as well as the marching bands. He's like, yes, take a picture of me using a camera. You can tell it's summer now. Everybody's in a kind of summery mood. The only thing missing at this point, guys, is a beach. Just do it. Actually, wait, that's the Nike slogan there on his t-shirt. Just do it, meaning sign up, serve, and give 2 years in the boxes for your country and your fellow citizens. And why not, folks? Yeah, why not? Okay, so kind of. Oh, wait, what's this? You're not going home already?
No, I'm going for a drink.
I'll see you later. Yeah. That's my friend who always turns up here like at 2 p.m. and then complains that it's like a little bit too early to be up even at 2. I mean, I guess it depends on the sleep pattern. Some people have to get up super early, other people lunchtime. Now, this end, got a few hardy souls back and forwards, but where are the Monday crowds, folks? This is the most barren we've ever seen a Monday this year. I'm not exaggerating. If we look back at any Monday video in 2025, we've got about 1/3 of the numbers we would typically expect. However, school and university students, British and other foreign students that are studying here, still haven't finished. By the end of this month, done. Not only will we have the tourists, but we'll have everyone having finished their studies. Another girl, look, straight in the box. Caught that beautifully and clearly. See that? She's straight in there, toward the horse. Like the lady at the other end. What's that now? I can't remember. 3 or 4. It's funny because yesterday even, I wasn't aware of there having been so many until I looked through the footage to pull them out. But yeah, 14 in one day was one of the highest of this year, guys. They weren't all like massive shouts yesterday, and several were charges, but it's just the kids super animated. It's just the process of the trooper having to speak up to tell people to move. It's a flipping giant Italian group. I think it's actually just one couple, not 17 kids by the looks of it. Flipping, yeah, I'll shout a bit louder now. Oh, she's back. Now fully aware of the line. Let's see though, guys, how it's said in Italian, how the sign is said in Italian. Let me ask. 1 second, let's find out if I can. Scusi, parla inglese? Little. You see this sign where it says "Beware horses may kick"? How do you say it? Parla italiano. Let's see. Beware horses may kick. This on the wall. Beware horses may kick. In Italiano. Yeah, in Italiano. How do you say it, guys?
Horse might kick or bite.
Yeah, but in Italiano, how would you guys? Cavalli.
Forse cavalli possono.
You know. Hold on. Other dude's got it on Google Translate. Hopefully, like auto translate. What's this lady doing? Look, dancing. What is going on today?
Mattia, dai.
Or trying to like charm the horse. Come closer. Let me tell you your fortune. What's fortune teller?
I cavalli possono calciare o mordere. I cavalli possono calciare o mordere.
Mattia, veloce.
That's a lot to remember. Grazie.
Dai, Matti.
Yeah, that is a lot to. What's she doing? That is a lot to remember, folks. But there we have it. Oh. We've got some very tall people turning up now. It's gone a bit wild here.
Dai.
And I'm kind of trapped. See, if I turn the camera this way, it's like we're orbiting another planet.
Matti.
Who's next? My goodness me.
Mattia, vai.
See the horse literally posing for that lady. She got a super shot. I don't know where this lady's from, but she's very funny.
Non fare niente, non c'è.
Kind of getting the vibe that somebody's going to just march straight in there. The reason being, it kind of seems that people are growing in confidence and just marching over. I'm trying to be careful. There's a small kid in front of me. Keeps stepping back. He's going to hit his head on the pole. Okay, here's the gent that just graciously translated for us the sign. He had to use image translation on Google Translate for that. Too complicated for me, folks. I've always struggled with Italian, to be honest, except the basics. CNC culture, is that Chinese National Communist culture, maybe? I don't know, is that a brand, CNC culture? It might be the case that the police were letting people leave more slowly at the palace because, oh my goodness me, it's so loud behind me. The police were letting people leave more slowly from the palace. Oops, super awkward. She almost walked into someone else then. Now we get both tourists in the frame.
A me mi ha sorriso.
Vai, fai. Mattia,
Ti possono mordere e calciare.
Oh, she's smart. Look, she's like, there's a sign. First tourist ever to acknowledge the sign. Look, she's actually pointing at it. And it says, don't touch the flipping horse, no matter what.
Vedi come è venuto con le sue mete, l'ho fatto. Vedi come è venuta la mia, no? Se no me la rifaccio.
Who's next? Oh, start marching up slowly. I thought he was going to bite her ear there for a second. Is that nibble nibble?
Fa schifo, sempre segretino. Non ti permettere a pubblicare, non ti dici di saltare.
non lo possiamo dire.
However, folks, I'm sure you'd all agree that the majority, vast majority of people that turn up here are being exceedingly well behaved.
Questa è buona venuta.
Another one, he's selling off there, using the horse again to move her gently, but oh, I made a jump. Yeah, very subtle movements with the horse is enough to scare the majority of them away, eh? Like I said yesterday, it's far better that they use the horse, who's going to terrify them far more quickly and effectively than anyone getting shouted at. Yeah, I think the officer saw him move the horse.
Devo che la rifaccio. Sì, va bene, scusami, guarda, questa è così questa, guarda, questa va bene. Sicuro?
It got really, and I'm not joking folks, like really packed here. Look, all these people. But as I said before, that doesn't mean anything if they're not interested in the horses. Therein lies the problem. It's very interesting hearing from Barry about the pending construction works. I'll try and find out more about that. And to be honest, there were groups arriving from both ends, from the Parliament Square end and from Trafalgar Square behind me. So it's slowly building up here. Gosh, does that mean there'll be a part 2? I mean, who knows? Yesterday's part 2 is still unpublished. To knock the signs off the wall. Is that whatever? Just take the picture, basically. She's saying. The people that are just so not interested, but their relatives insist.
Please, you cannot go touch it. You see the sign that says no touching anymore, so you're not allowed to touch it. Okay? You can stay. You see how they have a really nice boxes?
Oh.
Look at the dominoes.
Again, get behind the white line.
Look at the blind. Sick and tired of the fathers. Because they guard them.
Oh, hold on a second. I didn't think that male pregnancy had been clinically approved yet, but this gem will be an early surrogate. Impressive. Either that, he's wearing double rucksacks.
Let's go see the Big Bang. They want to see the Big Bang.
Who's next? Come on, you tourist scoundrels. He pulled the horse out to have a look at, see if his colleague's alright. His colleague is alright, folks. Now, interestingly, I did quickly look at the comments this morning on the way in. I don't think we firmly identified the horse that I suggested might have been Zorba yesterday. Did we get an ID, folks, on that one yesterday? Because I'd like to update yesterday's picture of the day with the trooper and orderly, but I still don't know the name of that horse. Again, because although I took pictures, the hoof was a mess. So if we have that, and I missed it in yesterday's comments, it wasn't Targaryen, then please let me know, everybody. It would be much appreciated. Speaking of which, the other end. Again, before I forget to keep swapping over. A lot of US tourists in London. I'm surprised though, guys, you know. I thought that the majority of people in the US would have wanted to be at home to watch that magnificent, glorious military parade that was held for Trump's birthday. Yes, I am joking, guys. The number of videos on TikTok, you know, juxtaposing a Chinese or Russian military parade, you know, with the marching music and tens of thousands of troops, with, no offence, US viewers, something of a damp squib, I think she almost decked it. You see that? Oh, bless. I would have had to run over and help her up. Yeah, something of a damp squib. The US military parade didn't quite have the fanfare and pomp, did it? Actually, there's a great video on TikTok where they compare it to Trooping the Colour this past weekend. Yeah, a slight difference in ceremony and numbers and pomp and circumstance, as Mr. Elgar would have called it. In fact, did call it. I say Mr. Elgar, Sir Edward. Yeah, that could be a bit of a public hazard, no, guys? This little VIP area. Damn, he's colourful. Still a damn shame though, folks, to see the old trooper standing in the yard by himself. He had actual work to do before. But now, I mean, yeah, there's still people for him to engage with and have discussions and stuff, but it's not the same as it. He can't actually go up to the tourists and like, you know, can I help? Or you need to stand back and make some space, blah, blah, blah. Getting actually very close. Flipping hell, how tall is that dude? Bloody hell, he's super tall. Getting very, very close to the final tourists, which is a flipping disappointment. We see some incredibly tall people here, but wow, he's in an interplanetary solar system of his own. Oh, we're just going to get shouted at. Oh dear. Italian, the girls are Italian. Oops. She's looking very upset now, the one that just got told off. You didn't see the box, like the line. Oops. Yeah, she's I'm not going to talk to her. She's bright red, bless her. Oh. I mean, she didn't go red on the video, that's good. Majorly awkward though, no? I don't get it though. What is it with the ones that march straight in, folks? It just doesn't make any sense to me. That said, I reposted that reel from the civil unrest in the US with the chap trying to go up and touch the police horses, like touch the bridle and the reins and stuff, and getting a good whack. What's this bro doing? What the hell? These are the troopers. Like, what the flipping hell are you trying to tell me? This dude is in danger of getting his grandkids told off. He's ushered them into the box whilst he's standing out of the box.
What? I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The trooper just looked at them and scared them into moving back. He said he didn't even need to speak.
Cool.
A lot of people coming through the gates, I've noticed, slowly in the background of the video. I don't really like standing in front of the bollards, folks, but the closer we are to being centre on, the more chance we've got of getting both sides and people as they walk up. We maybe smile on it, like most people do when they arrive here. Best spot now. Now we can see exactly who's going over the line. Actually, as well, one second, let me see if I can ID the horse, because I feel a little bit more chill now about how many people are behind me. Plus the horse, at this moment, is looking very magisterial. One second, folks. Got the hoof number, 1 minute. Yosemite, I'm pretty sure Nod your head, horsey, if you're Yosemite. Oh, it twitches ears. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm 90% certain that's Yosemite. Yosemite, folks. Yo ho 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 Yosemite. I think we might well start at part 2 because I'm looking around right now and it suddenly went absolutely bananas here with how many people have arrived. So I was right about my little late from the palace theory because look at this. Police have actually Police have actually closed the side gate just because there are so many people here. Happened pretty quick, didn't it? Let's see what we can find at this end. Now, the good news is all of the minion midgets decided not to get up this morning and they're not here. Why is that good? Well, because it means that at this exact point, I don't need to worry myself about the bottom of the pole potentially creating a Filipino kebab. Oops. Numbers at this end are absolutely mind-blowing, to be honest, folks. I probably will start a part 2 just to see what happens as I don't know how many hundreds on this side from Parliament Square have turned up. Plus, I guess it would be interesting to see which 2 troopers come out next. Yeah, maybe I'll have a small break after part 1 and resume with the dismount in the yard for part 2. We'll see how it goes. 1 minute it gets packed here, but it could equally get unpacked here just as quickly. So many Italian speakers here today. I haven't heard a single person speaking German. Or French, actually. No Frenchies today either. Yet. Frenchies, where are you hiding? Come and talk to us. Police have gone over into the archway. 1 second, folks. Excuse me, girls. Police have gone over into the archway because they spied. Look at this. Look at this being thrown out. They spied a group of teenagers, girls, and these other people here, standing inside the arches, getting pictures and stuff. She's back again. Look. Why would she do that? The police just told her. They literally just told them. No. I just told them, folks, with a hand gesture. Guys, no. This, you need to be this side, yeah? There? No, this side. Yeah, got it? Okay, folks, they got it. So I'm going to move the camera away. Police are just about to come back over again. But I think they've decided it'll be easier to leave. Actually, their tour guide from the front is calling. Because let's be honest, the police just came over and told them no. And they moved out. And then the second the police walked away, they thought they could go back in there straight away and just grab a little quiet spot. Dear me. It's funny actually because what was it, last week or the week before that I was saying, oh, it's been ages since since we saw anyone just casually sitting in the archway. There we are, folks. They moved back in. I think it was a little Italian invasion. I think, did one of you tell them already to get out of the archway? They just went straight back in there.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're like flipping, not even listening. So I wasn't meaning to like follow you with the camera. I just saw all these people like. Pretty sure. Thank you. Yeah, crazy, folks. Absolutely crazy that was, to be quite honest. But this is the key thing. They looked super bashful after that, didn't they? They were just like, uh-oh. I mean, they could have actually stormed me, folks, like in a group. And tied me up with the chains in the archway. Anyway, we've hit end of part 2, just looking at the timing. But the good news is that we're back. End of part 1, sorry guys. And we'll be back shortly for part 2. Yeah, that went by real fast. Interesting ending. Anyway, be right back. Bye for now, people.